do stuff like airbrushing out that one Star Wars guy,
John Boyega.
Yeah. They like airbrush him out of the poster. It's like,
no,
how can you possibly think Disney's a good company?
There is no black people in this movie, China. Please watch it. Thank you. It's like, wow, yikes. Yeah, like, I don't know. And that's it's something that people don't talk about enough, but that's like, oh, that's cool. That's smart. Because they're probably not slowed down.
Yeah, and this is especially bad because this is the Speed Booster Emmy. So not only do we have to do this underwater, but he's also way faster than us.
But that's something we don't talk about a lot, especially when it comes to movies, but a little bit about games and other stuff, is like, instead of just making the thing that you want to make, or even the thing that you think audiences will like, or your fandom will like, you have to keep in mind the entire world, and that's really unfair to both the fan base.
Well, so hard. You have to like anticipate it perfectly.
That's really unfair to both the fan base and the people making it, because you have to make a piece of art and have it be relevant and make sense for people in America and also China and India and like Arab nations. It's like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, you cannot possibly make something and be like, hey, we want people in China and Saudi Arabia and India and America to all agree with this. It's like, that's literally impossible. That is if you cannot make a single thing that everyone there would be like, yes, we all like this. So the stuff all becomes generic slop because they try to get the lowest common denominator, so to the best of their ability, everyone will like it. It's like, bro. And that just stinks. I know China's a huge country, but if I was making anything, I would not think for 1 second about what China cares or wants. I would be like, all right, I'll tell you, I'll make you a deal. Stop with the literal slave labor to make all your projects, and then I will...
My favorite thing in recent years is when they were making the Mulan remake, they shot it in China, and they shot it near, like, literal concentration camps. And then they gave special credit to that in the credits. Like, thank you, CCP and Shing Sama, for letting us film near concentration camps. Good luck, Disney.
For what it's worth, that was probably the worst Disney movie of the past, like, 5 years. If that means anything.
YOLO! Okay.
It's like they looked at it and they were like, hey, let's get a focus group. Why do people like the original Mulan? And most people would be like, oh, she really overcomes a lot, you know?
She overcomes the challenges despite her, like, you know, the challenges she has as a woman.
Right, she especially in ancient China, where women were looked upon way less.
She does it with ingenuity and, like, charisma, and she is a hard worker, and it's like, that's such good stories and morals to teach, like, young girls.
And then they were like...
yeah, it's like,
what if she
literally has superpowers.
What if she was just good at everything without trying?
And she has superpowers, and she's the chosen one.
I mean, I know whenever I start something new, I'm just immediately the best in the world at it. Like, if I was playing Metroid Dread right now, I probably already would have world recorded it, to be honest with you.
So we got the Speed Booster. Speed Booster's pretty cool in this game, but I'm not good at it.
Do you just run straight for a while?
In this game, you have to press L3 to activate it on command, which I like a lot better than how in previous games it just happened after you ran for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I like characters like Solid Snake. He had a really easy life. Never had to go through anything. Everything was handed to him. Right?
Yep.
I mean, that makes sense. Or like Samus. Yeah, this like Mulan, the live action Mulan is like Samus from Other M, and normal Mulan is like every other version of Samus. We were like, dang, Samus went through a lot.
Like, Samus has given a lot, but she has been through so much hell every single game.
I mean, yeah, I would say overall, pretty tough. That was cool.
That's like the first time that I can think of in like a mainline Metroid game where it makes shine sparking mandatory, which is interesting. Shine sparking has been a thing since Super Metroid, but it's always been like a completely optional thing, except if you want to go for like 100%, because it's like a pretty like crazy move.
How do you wave dash?
You have to hold down.
Wait, that's a thing? I thought that was just a smash move. A smash melee move? Isn't that the move that all the good players do, wave dash?
Oh, that's from Melee. That's just like a mechanic of how that game works.
Oh, okay. That's an actual Samus thing?
No, you have to hold down, and then when you're in this state, you have to press neutral jump and then hold a direction. And you can do stuff like, if anyone wants to see me do like shine sparks that are hard, I did a full 100% playthrough of Metroid Fusion on this channel. I would recommend it. That's one of the LPs I put the most time and effort into. But whenever, like, those games always, like, the main game, like, never makes you do shine sparks, and then if you want to do like 100%, like, all the shine spark, like, specific mandatory things are really tough and challenging, and they always hide it behind like a bunch of like secrets, which I think is probably for the best. What was I even saying? But yeah, shine sparks are really cool because you can chain them. Like if you shine spark into like an incline, it will cancel out the shine spark that you're doing, and then you can like run and like jump while you're retaining the original shine spark. It's a pretty intricate, ridiculous mechanic.
You've been here before, right?
Yeah, this game is endless zone hopping and backtracking. That's why I said, like, in the first part, where if it feels like this game was made by people that don't like Metroid sometimes.
Shamogan.
And that's unfair, because obviously this game is very impressive in a lot of ways. I mean, the things that they make you do and like the move set that Samus has by the end is ridiculous. Especially this mid-game part, we're gonna get like new upgrades every 2 seconds. Like, they obviously put so much time and effort into this game. But I think just the core design of their map is just kind of fundamentally flawed. IMO.
That's cool.
This is also really cool. It also interacts with these blue things. So, despite me complaining last time that I think these blue zones are ugly, I think they're really cool in terms of, like, being grippy. Another zone change.
Damn.
As I'm complimenting this game, the game slaps me across the face. I swear this next zone we're also in for literally 5 minutes, maybe less. It's not like these like loading screens are like all that like crazy, but like there's nothing cool happening. It's just Samus standing there and a light shines on her sometimes to have the illusion of movement. But I think it could have been better if they just not wasted resources on rendering Samus and just made it a black screen to make it go 5 seconds faster. Oh, this is a weird thing. There's a secret over here, and all you need to do is just do 2 missiles. And this is a power bomb, which is literally the last upgrade we get in the game. We can't use it early, but it's so weird that you can get a power bomb upgrade this early. But literally, the power bomb is the last upgrade you get in the entire game. Like, once you get the power bomb, the game is like 20 minutes from ending.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay, so I go up here and zone change again. I'm so glad that I decided to practice this part today, because I would have been so hopelessly lost like 3 or 4 times. The map in this game is so confusing.
It certainly seems.
In, I think, some pretty bad ways. Map is so boring to Spencer that he's just on his phone.
No. I'm sorry.
Won't you comment on Samus's loading animation?
Whatcha? Sorry, I had to. There was a vote on something, and I had to for tomorrow for football, and I had to. We were just.
Couldn't you come up with like a cool lie instead of that?
I don't
lie ever.
I don't come up with good lies. No. I lie, folks. I'm gonna tell you something. I lie at the store at least once a day.
I lie like once an hour. It's sort of just necessary.
Sometimes it is, yeah. Like, for instance, so there's this game called Tomodachi Life for the 3DS. It's made by Nintendo. It's kind of like...
Was that annoying? Did you, like, take it out of the case?
I didn't yet, but I had, like, 3 people be like, it's that much? And for some reason, Tomodachi Life is, like, literally, like, a $150 game now. I don't know why.
Yeah, I like...
It's not even particularly rare. It's just expensive. Anyway, so, like, if a kid comes in, like a 10-year-old kid, and is like, do you have Tomodachi Life? And they're like, Dad's there, and their dad's like, all right, you have a $20 limit. Am I going to tell them we have Tomodachi Life and it's like almost $150? No. Is it a lie? Yeah, sorry. You know what I mean? But sometimes, like, it's a white lie that just makes it easier for everyone.
Yeah, you like...
Because the kid will be like, Dad, I want to get it. And the dad will be like, dude, it's $150. No. You know, which I would say the same thing to Ferris.
And also, sometimes people can take that, like, information really badly. I remember specifically, like, this was years and years ago, but a mom was looking for Super Mario Kart for Super Nintendo. And I was at the point where it was, like, only, like, $30. And we didn't have it for a while, and we finally had it. I was like, yeah, we finally have it. It's $30. She's like, $30? Are you kidding me? I was like, yes. And ever since that experience, I am always hesitant of like answering anything expensive over the phone.
Yeah. It's tough because you can be like, yes, I'll help you. It's $30, and it's like, it's just like when a grandparent comes in during the winter, near Christmas, and they're like, oh, this is my grandson's list. And their 10-year-old grandson's list is like Chrono Trigger, Earthbound. Chrono Trigger is $200. Earthbound is like $400. Boxed Mario RPG, just stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, geez, we don't have any of these games. Even if we did. Because that grandparent's not going to want to be like, oh, a $400 game that's 30 years old? Sign me up.
The absolute worst for that is not even like kids watching YouTubers being like, I want this rare game, and it being $400. But the worst type of list that's like innocuous is like a GameCube list. Like, I want Mario Sunshine and Mario Party, any of them, and Mario Kart and F-Zero GX, like all like $50 to $80 games, every single one. I hate GameCube.
It does suck.
Every single Mario Party is $70, $80.
Oh, I saw this game on YouTube that looks fun. It's called Chibi Robo. I saw this game on YouTube. It looks really cute for GameCube. It's called Ribbit King. Do you have that? I think that's like a $250 game.
Yeah.
Hey, I just got a GameCube and I love Resident Evil. Do you have Resident Evil 2 or 3? What about Code Veronica? I think Code Veronica for the Cube has to be over $100 now. It has to be.
I think like Metroid, Resident Evil 2 and 3 are both like $100.
Yeah, they are. Which means Code Veronica has to be even more than
Which is even more pathetic because those are like just like the barest of PS1 ports. Like they make them look a little bit better. I think there's like a couple more options, but they're just like PS1 games.
The Dreamcast version of Resident Evil 2 is like legitimately $200. Like, I don't know why. It's that expensive? Oh, by the way, in terms of time, we're just a little over an hour.
Okay. Next tape when I'll stop. I don't know where it is though.
But yeah, I was surprised by that because I was like, I'm going through a Dreamcast list and like I wanted to see how close I was to completing Dreamcast because I have a lot of the higher end stuff, but I need a lot of like the NBAs and whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, Resident Evil 2. And I looked it up and I was like, literally like $200. What the hell? Like I bet Resident Evil 2 on the Dreamcast is one of those things where it's like slightly better, but because people are so hardcore, they're like, it's the definitive version.
Also Dreamcast text.
Also Dreamcast, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen Resident Evil 2 Dreamcast. Do you own that?
Yep, it's in the case behind me. Yeah, I probably got that literally 10 years ago.
If you asked me that like 2 minutes ago if a Resident Evil 2 Dreamcast version exists, I probably would have said no. I have no idea.
Do you know Resident Evil 3 Dreamcast exists?
I know that one exists.
Oh, okay.
Resident Evil 2 came out in 98, so I guess they just re-released it a year later.
I'm curious if it's somehow like even later.
Yeah, Capcom was re-releasing stuff really weirdly. Like Mega Man 64 is a really weird one because that came out like the year 2000, like 3 years after it came out on PS1.
Someone's selling Resident Evil 2 disc only, $140 for Dreamcast. What the hell?
Metroid's talking. I mean, Samus is talking. But she's talking in Chozo, so it doesn't count.
It's the best version. Graphics are sharper than PS1 and has all the extra stuff unlocked right away. Well, okay. You gotta have the Dreamcast one. Could you imagine being an idiot and playing the PS1 one? You freaking idiot. Why are you so stupid?
Shamas. Oh, I died. Oh, yeah.
It's literally over.
I hate these enemies. We have to fight these so often. Once I get the plasma beam, I am totally using turbo in every single one of these piece of crap fights. They like recycle this fight like 8 times. Well, not literally that much, but like 4 times. Luckily, I know how to cheese this one.
Why can't I find out the release date for the Dreamcast? Oh, 2000. Wow, February 2000 for Resident Evil 2 for Dreamcast, so no wonder. Oh, no, wait. Dreamcast came out $99.99, so that was actually a pretty early release. That's interesting that it's so rare, then.
I guess it's just like the GameCube Resident Evil 2. They probably just made so few copies.
And people were like, I already have this on the PS1, bro. Because, I mean, didn't the PS1 version of Resident Evil 2 sell like gangbusters?
Yeah, it sold like 5 million units. For a Capcom game, that's really good.
That's really good. Oh my god. Is that like a single hit?
I think I had like 2 energy tanks, but yeah. I mean, I am playing on hard mode, but... Alright, I just gotta use missiles. I thought he was immune to regular missiles. We gotta watch the cutscene again. Just kidding.
Oh my god. If this was the year 2000, that is one bad thing about retro games. They did not have cutscene skips.
Yep. I still have PTSD over Kingdom Hearts 1 doesn't have cutscene skips, and the cutscene before the Riku fight. I probably watched that cutscene 10 billion times.
Just what a huge difference having. Although we've said it before, now instead of cutscenes, they make stuff into walkie-talkies, which you can't skip for some reason.
It's because it's a cutscene, but it's like a cheap cutscene, so they're like, whatever. Doesn't cost $1 billion to do.
They even have it in stuff like Resident Evil 3 Remake. I don't need to follow behind Carlos for 5 minutes while he goes, man, this city's crazy, huh? All the sexy ladies.
You know the worst thing about those walkie-talkie parts? So Resident Evil speedruns are done with in-game time, and those walkie-talkie parts.
Oh no!
They paused in-game timer,
my God.
so you have to watch them if you want to do an optimal speedrun.
That's so brutal.
Can this guy die? I know I'm being a little baby about this, but like you saw that I died in like 2 hits.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Now that I think about it again, I'm unbelievably upset about my boy Carlos from Resident Evil 3. Like, making him from a Rico Suave to a normal human being? Come on, man.
Also, I just...
Oh, the foxy ladies.
So I know I did this the first part, but I missed an E-tank.
No!
So it was, I don't know if you remember, but when I did the Shine Spark where it did like a cutscene where I went up in the Emmy zone, there was an E-tank right there. So for people that are wondering, we're going to have that next time. I think I could backtrack for that.
Unlike last time where they literally were like, no backtrack. You may not. I like this music. It's very Metroid.
Yeah, there's so many mandatory Shine Spark moments. Very weird. Does that guy count? Oh wow, surprised. Oh yeah, this one. Okay, let's see how we can do this first try. That didn't count.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna try to get this missile tank, but you need to do a weird Shine Spark to do it.
I don't even know what you're trying.
Oh, okay. I remember how to do this.
Okay.
Whoops. Oh, right, okay. I remember how to do this now. Okay. I actually remember how to do this. This is why I'm not doing 100% of this game, because there's so much stuff like this. Okay, that's how you do it. Oh, no! I got this, I got this.
It's actually over.
There we go.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and the 100% for this game is like constantly doing stuff like that. Okay, I hope there's a save point in this next zone.
Well,
at this point we can definitely get 3 parts out of this.
it's good luck to you because, no, there's not. There's no more saves for the rest of the game. There are, however, loading zones.
Yeah, this game has super generous autosaves, but I guess they just decided not to make a whole lot of actual save points. There's very few in this game, relatively speaking.
What do you think Samus is thinking about when she's just on these super long elevators?
Thinking about Metroids.
Thinking about them beans? I think that's... I'm thinking about them bush beans. Listen, Samus, I agree. I can't stop.
Oh, save point, okay.
Ah, come on!
Some Adam exposition. So talking about that...
Thank God.
I just reminded myself of a certain picture when you're talking about, think about them beans. Have you ever seen that guy with the cheese hat? It's like some sort of Q&A. It's an old guy with
It's like a dating profile thing or whatever.
And it says, would you want a partner that's kinkier than you? And the answer was not possible.
I hope that's real. You know how people can just go on the internet and lie, but I hope it's real. And I hope Cheese Hat Packers fan guy is doing well out there.
He looked like he was like 70 on that side.
and he likes cheese a lot, so, you know, it's probably Ogre. Alright, guys. We will see you next time with more Metroid Dread and